I have to use my front-facing camera. Hopefully. I've been doing some demo in the back. Garage is still pretty full of just random junk. Probably can't, well, I can see some of it. I got the power turned off because I'm pulling a bunch of drywall. I don't want to loosen any receptacles. So you can see underneath this carpet was this, and it is dark and wet. And the smell of, I wouldn't say mold, but wetness, but it's obviously mold. And cats. Although this is the cleanest room. All right. All this carpet was somehow wet or damp. I wouldn't call it wet, just damp from holding moisture. I think a lot of the moisture was coming from back here. This wall, the bottom plates rotted out. That's how bad the water was. So, just horrifying. All that is somehow either still wet or extremely darkened by water. All right. And then I've been demoing back here. This AC return is full of mold. It's horrifying. But got the lights turned off, but I've been doing the walls back here, and a lot of the water is coming from this exterior wall where these trees have been growing into the side of the house. And I guess I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily the trees, but somehow we're getting water in here. The trees are right up next to it, so you would think that it's from the trees. But the slab isn't cracked or anything. And the bottom plate's okay, but it's everything above it. Like, all this has been rotted out. There's termite damage in this wall for sure. But this is the worst of the worst. But the studs appear to be relatively okay, and the bottom plate's still there. So we just got to get this exterior buttoned up after we get this thing gutted, and we'll be able to tell. We're most likely 99% going to pull the ceilings out. I'm just holding off on that because I don't want to make a big mess with the insulation. I don't see why we can't keep the wiring. I mean, it's all copper. It all looks just like it would look nowadays. So, oh, would you look at that? Huh. I wonder if all the water is upstairs, because this is the main, and it doesn't go down on the ground, it goes up to the ceiling. So I wonder if I guess they ran it all in the attic. That'd be convenient. It's gotta be, because that's the main. Neat. All right, that's cool. So the only thing under the slab should be sewage. And I have no idea where that runs. I'm assuming it runs right about here straight to the toilet is about right here, and the tub is right here, and the other one, so maybe about right here, straight out the front, probably in this garden area. I have no idea if there's a clean out here. It hadn't been sitting very long, so I don't think there's going to be an issue there. Anyhow, all this exterior is either going to get ripped out and replaced with vinyl, or it's going to be tacked back in place and replaced with vinyl. Don't know yet. But the real coup de grace is these trees. Look at this madness. All this is pretty bad back here with water, so we're gonna have to put an awning back here, maybe extend the slab out. It just doesn't drain well. Put some rocks around it. Got to get the water away from the house. But I mean, come on. If we're wondering what the cause of all the trouble is, I mean, look at this thing. How it's not completely destroyed this wall, I don't know. Maybe it's just not a very tough type of tree or something. But look at that, man. That's a jungle. Right up on the house. So, I mean, come on, all the wet areas are where these trees are. It has to be from these trees somehow. Either it's just broken into the soffit like right over here, or it's breaking into the wall. I don't know. Well, we'll get it all cleaned up. Get a tree cutter out here and a stump grinder out here. Get the exterior buttoned up. I'm going to delete these sliding glass doors and just put a normal fiberglass door on the side here by the bar. Just wall that off, put some hardy up or some vinyl, and just put a normal door right there. I mean, I like the sliding glass doors, but I think to get these new, it's just not worth it. They're too expensive and too much of a hassle. You can get a fiberglass door for $300, you know. A pair of these sliding doors, vinyl with nice windows, is probably going to cost $1,500 for 2 of them, maybe more, no telling. This is one of the ugly areas. These silly jut outs, but oh no, we'll get it all tore out and see how good shape it's in. I think we're going to have to pull down this accent wall just to get to to everything behind it. I think there's drywall behind it. It'd be fun to keep the bar, but I don't think we can. It's all just so nasty. Anyhow,